Welcome to Drinking with Shauna and Kevin, where we sit around and drink and just talk about stuff. My name is Kevin. I'm here. Yeah, and I'm here with my friend Shauna. Shauna, how are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. Shauna is one of the funniest people I know. And when she gets drunk, who knows what she's going to say.
And it's not embarrassing for me the next day, so let's record it.
So she doesn't even care. Yeah,
no, I do. I go into pitfalls of shame, but it's just like the day after. So hangover, okay. Shame, shower, repeat.
Repeat. Makes sense.
Yeah. Never learn a lesson.
Well, we've known each other for like 3 years now.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Yeah. And we've had a lot of fun hanging out. I'm here in Las Vegas. You're in Mississippi.
Oh, not for long. I'm moving. That's
new. Ooh, where are you going?
Whoa, where are you going? Rhode Island forever.
Rhode Island. So you're going back to the Northeast, huh?
Yeah, because the South is actual bullshit. It really is the worst place on earth. I just can't stand it. It's outside is very hot. People are crazy. I went to the dog park the other day, even though I'm not supposed to go. Sorry. Okay. I have a dog. I have a yard. So what am I supposed to do? And so I went and I was doing the 6 feet, whatever distance thing. But this guy, he came up to me and he was like, good thing we all hate cats because they can carry the virus. Also, I don't believe in giving handouts. And I was like, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? Because he's like, I would have voted for Trump a second time if he wasn't giving everyone $1,200 like some sort of pussy. I'm like, yeah, I guess people losing their jobs. They don't deserve the money. They got to earn it with the jobs they don't have. So that's a Southern person. This
Southern stranger just came up to you and gave you his political views.
Yeah, but not just me. It was me and this other woman. Well, so me and this other woman are like dog friends because when you're old and have no real friends anymore, you become dog park friends. And so, yeah, he came up to me and this woman. And he talked for like 25 straight minutes and none of us talked back. And I don't get how he could be that stupid and not notice that.
So he just talked.
About Trump. About politics. Forever.
Wow.
Yeah. And that happens on the daily here.
No.
So, yeah, my neighbor has a Trump flag that lights up in his yard.
It lights up?
Mm-hmm.
Does it play a song?
I wish. I bet it'd be awesome. It'd be like, I don't know what's the trashiest song you can ever imagine. Something from Tiger King. Nice lead in, am I right?
I see. So Shauna writes a blog, and I saw that your most recent blog you were writing about Tiger King.
Well,
explain.
Yeah. No, you explain. Have you seen it? Everyone has.
Okay, so I haven't read the blog yet, right? I have it right here.
No. Have you seen the show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so before we even get into it, like, what's your fucking take on who we're supposed to be a fan of? I'm really confused.
Okay, so obviously, first and foremost, Carol Baskin killed her husband, fed him to the tigers. That's
pretty. At first I wasn't sure, but then she talks with the most dead eyes, and I was like, yeah, she's definitely killed him.
She doesn't care at all.
She's so wild. I really wanted to root for her, even though I hate her entire face and body and clothing, because I was like, okay, they just hate her because she's like a lady, sexist, whatever. But no, she's insane, and I hate her too.
She's terrible.
Yeah.
The people you're rooting for in this show, I think you're rooting for the guy with no legs.
Yes, I love the guy with no legs and the girl with no arm.
The girl with no arm, and then the Walmart dude that his dream was to be a campaign manager.
That was weird of him, though, right? Like, he saw all that and said, okay, I'll take that on. And then after the campaign failed, he was like, okay, I just work at the zoo? What the fuck are you doing after that's all done? What are you doing at the zoo still?
I couldn't go back to Walmart, so I'm just going to stick around the zoo.
Yeah, he's just like always typing on a computer in the office. I'm like, you're not doing zoo business. What are you doing?
Look at that porn. Dude, when he sees that kid blow his head off, that is crazy.
It was crazy, and also he was not reacting that. Like, he looked kind of shocked, right? I think he didn't know what to do.
I mean, what would you do if you just watched a dude blow his brains
I'd
out on
probably
accident?
vomit on accident. I don't think it was on accident.
Yeah. Okay. So remember the scene. So the scene is that he's
No.
coming. He comes into the office and he plays around. Apparently, Travis or Trevor or whatever his name was would
Something
point the
like
gun
that.
at people all the time and pretend like he was going to pull the trigger. And then
Which
he
is like a
told
really
the
fucked up game.
correct. But then that kid tells the campaign manager guy. He tells him that without the magazine, the gun won't fire.
Oh, I guess I didn't pay attention very well. Classic.
Yeah. So he tells him that the gun won't fire with the magazine's not in there. And then he says, "Watch," and he puts it to his head, and then there's a bullet in the chamber,
Eek.
and sure enough, the gun still fired.
Okay, so here's what I thought.
He had a shocked look.
I thought he was like, I'm straight, but have been banging this dude for like 2 years, and I'm a meth head, so I'm not happy.
You thought it was suicide. You thought he...
I definitely thought it was suicide. I was like, that checks out pretty hard. And it was depressing. I was like, wait, the most crazy part of that whole thing is when both of his husbands are like, yeah, I like women. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? That's the craziest part of the whole thing.
I agree. I thought that was crazy. I also thought the fact that they both have been banging girls that were right under Joe's nose the whole time.
Yeah. And also that anyone was banging that one guy with the teeth or lack thereof. Questionable choice. They all look like Walmart or people.
I think they are Walmart people.
But that's what's depressing. I can't watch the show. I couldn't watch it while eating. I'm not trying to sound like a total asshole, but the way people dress and look, I cannot eat if they look like weird enough. They're like a circus group of people.
It was like circus people. So to go back to your question, who do you root for? You don't root for. So obviously Carol's out. Obviously, rooting for Joe is out. He's a terrible person.
Who?
Joe.
Oh yeah, but everyone likes him. That's what confuses me.
Well, no, because they're like, this dude's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's also he's like a straight up actually. He is a murderer too. Just because he didn't do it yet, he was going to do it.
So I think Jeff set him up completely.
He
terrible
is
person.
also
terrible
person. Yeah,
also
he's
terrible
definitely
person.
He's definitely murdered people. Yeah, I don't remember the documentary as much as maybe the next kid because I was watching it with like, I don't know, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and I was like, this makes me nervous. These people are so uncomfortably weird.
And they're so close to where you live.
Yeah, well, I live next to these people, basically. I mean, we have this one guy who lives next to my friend down here, and he's exactly like, I don't know, I guess like Joe Exotic. He's so fucking weird. He whittled a stick, and he gave it to my friend. And he said, this is your stick now. That's real. And he always fishes in a pond that's basically a puddle. It's not fun. I don't like it.
That's insane. So he whittled a stick.
Yeah, and he gave it to my friend Chris and said, I made this for you. As if he put in effort to make a stick that he found. Yeah, he just gave him a stick. And then he comes over every day, I guess. I'm so glad. Whenever we're over there and he comes over, we all kind of like go to wherever that guy's not. And we leave a bunch of people with him. So whoever gets stuck with him gets really mad at the rest of the group. It's great. It's like a weird party game.
So you see this dude like on a regular basis?
Well, we used to. Now we see nobody.
Oh, right. Because quarantine.
Because end of the world, I guess.
So you're moving to Rhode Island?
Yeah. Everyone's dream state.
So why are you guys going to Rhode Island?
Because I can't live here anymore. And because new job. So no Vegas.
New job for who?
Jameson.
New job for who?
I'm not allowed to have a job. I'm a lady. America doesn't respect me yet. They just think I should make a baby and fucking stop complaining.
Get in the kitchen. Make me a sandwich as well.
I mean, you'd be surprised. That's what people, when I was looking for a car one time in Vegas, they wouldn't stop looking at Jameson, and they kept being like, what kind of car do you want? I was like, I'm actually the one buying a car. And they're like, what is this intern doing talking to me?
Get your secretary out of here, sir.
You're like, don't you have a little toddler to be chasing around, ma'am? I'm like, no, I walked in here. So, yeah, I'm not allowed to have a job, ever.
When is he? When
Yeah.
is he? When is it over?
I don't know. I don't know anything. We're just leaving. Someday within the next 6 months, probably longer, because everything, what's the most ironic thing about all this stuff is that I was like 2 days before the quarantine, I was like, wow, my life is going really well. And then the universe was like record scratch. Like, fuck no, not anymore. She flew way too close to the sun. Let's ruin everybody.
They said, Shauna, wait, did we set this up for Shauna Cook? No.
Yeah,
let's fix this.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not allowed to be happy, so I learned my lesson, and I'll just be miserable. They win.
So your life sucks again, but you're gonna move to Rhode Island in the next 6-ish months.
Yep.
That'd be good, though. I know that you guys have missed being in New England.
Yeah, I miss the cold environment, both in the atmosphere and the attitudes of
The people. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I miss it. People don't understand sarcasm. Not quite like New England people. We're very mean.
Speaking of New England, I want to know how your husband is faring with Tom Terrific no longer being.
Oh boy, we're not allowed to talk about it.
We can talk about it.
He gets really upset. I don't really care about. I tried to like football,
right?
But it's super boring. Especially now that Gronk's not a thing. I think he's a wrestler now. Is that true?
He is. He is the 24/7 champion in the WWE.
What does a 24/7 champion mean?
So he gets to defend the belt at all times.
Is there a threat to the belt always?
Yeah. And always. So as the 24/7 champion, anyone can pin him at any time, anywhere. And then they become the 24/7 champion. I wish I was joking.
Sounds so sexual. I'm a 24/7 champion of when I was 22 then.
The 24/7 championship has been defended everywhere. At one point, R-Truth, who was a wrestler, won the belt on the airplane while they were flying to Saudi Arabia. The guy that was a champion. The guy that was a champion, I think it was, I could be wrong, but it was Jinder Mahal, I believe. He was a champion, and while he was asleep on the plane, R-Truth snuck up. And
is this like a random person?
Yeah, well, they're all wrestlers, but R-Truth snuck up.
So like a random person couldn't do it? It has to be another wrestler?
No, a random person could do it because at one point, I'm going to read you some of the most recent, some of the 24/7 champions that have been out there since the 24/7 championship has come into effect in the WWE. So
that's just the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
So the 24/7 championship came into effect in May 20th of 2019, so almost a year ago. Some of the interesting champions that the belt has had are Rob Gronkowski, Enes Kanter, the NBA player. Enes Kanter, the NBA player.
I'm not gonna know any
Kyle
of these
Busch,
people.
Kyle Busch, the NASCAR driver. He was once the champion.
That makes that's like a crossover episode.
I guess I'm not sure when he became champion.
This is so fucking weird. You might as well be saying these are the boner champs because that's exactly what it sounds like to me.
It's pretty great.
It's like a whole new world that I didn't know existed, and I don't know if I care to know about it.
You know the DJ Marshmello?
Yeah, I guess I do.
He was the champion at one point.
These aren't wrestlers then. I thought you said.
I mean, there's wrestlers as well, but these are some other people that have also won the title in the history. Santa Claus was once the champion.
Santa Claus?
Yeah. Marshmello.
So what do you tell all your Jewish listeners then? If Santa Claus isn't real. So
well, he was because he was a champion at one point.
I don't believe you. Like a mall Santa. Did you just burp?
Yeah. No.
Good for you.
One of the most interesting ones. R-Truth has been the champion 35 times.
I don't like that his name. What is it? Like OUR? R
R.
Truth.
No, R Truth. Yeah,
I don't like
the
it.
champion. He's been the champion for 35 different times. Most recently, Mojo Raleigh was the champion. He covered.
All
He got
these sound
covered
like
by Gronk.
they're like Powderpuff Girls or Powerpuff Girls. Is it Powerpuff Girls? That
It's
thing.
Powerpuff. Yeah, Powerpuff.
They all sound like villains from that show. I hate wrestling. I'm not into this.
How do you hate wrestling?
How do I get into wrestling?
No,
How
how
do I
do
hate
you
it?
hate it?
It's staged. It's very erotic, and I'm a very unerotic person. I just don't care. I don't know. I just don't care. It's like weird. They grunt and they're very oily. Hulk Hogan, don't defend that guy. That guy's fucking a hot dog with a wig on. I don't like anybody.
I'm not going to defend him, but would you like to know how Marshmallow became champion for a day?
I guess.
So at the time, WWE wrestler Carmella was the champion.
Wait, why do I know that name?
I don't know, but she tripped and she fell, and Marshmallow
And
tripped over
died.
some cords and fell on top of her, and then a referee counted to 3, and Marshmallow was now the champion.
Who's the referee's just there all the time?
Yeah, all the time with the belt. He's always
It's
ready to
such
go.
a weird thing. Every time I think I couldn't hate my country more, it's like, oh, there's like the whole 24/7 champion who's like listening. Oh, Jameson's watching me. Go away. Yeah, I don't like it. That's weird. There's like a subculture of America that I didn't know existed, and I don't approve.
It's pretty
I
funny to
think
me.
we should start doing like low level, like our own version. Like we'll dub you the 24/7 Waka champion or whatever, and then we'd like steal a kickball from you.
And then you just run
Nationwide.
around stealing
I don't-
kickballs from people.
No, then I go to my underground bunker and never come out, thus remaining champion forever.
I see you've already figured this out then.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. Always.
The way to stay champion forever is to just hide.
Underground bunker. Yeah. I mean, it works out pretty well for me. Plus, no one's coming to Mississippi, so if I fly out there, take it, and come back here, it will be over. No one likes this state.
There's people that live there.
I know, but they don't like it. They're very sad. My
I'm sure they're
neighbors. No, they are. My neighbor always tries to hang out with me now that we're not supposed to hang out. It's very confusing. And she invites me over to, like, play with her dog because I have a dog. She has a dog. So
Okay, so your neighbor is your dog park friend.
No, different. I have a lot of dog park friends whose names I don't know. They're all
Okay.
like these different. I know them by their dog names. So the lady I was talking about who got accosted with me by that Trump supporter earlier, she has 2 dogs named Harley and Davidson, which is very, very unoriginal, but the dogs are cute. The neighbor lady, she has 2 dogs, and I bring my dog over there, and she's like, want to go running with me, want to hang out, and I'm like, okay, fine. And then I go over there, and she doesn't say a goddamn word to me, and it's so weird. I don't know what to do. I'll be like, oh, yeah, this is pretty crazy time we're living in. And she just looks at me. And I'm like, all right, this is a really fucking dumb friendship. How do I tap out? I don't want to be here anymore. But I can't escape her because she lives next door. So
Okay.
every time I'm running, she texts me like, oh, you went running without me. I'm like, yeah, it's because we say nothing to each other. I don't want to come over and have an unspoken about staring contest for 1 hour. I don't know.
Who would win said contest?
Definitely her. I have to fill silence at any cost. I don't like it. I just keep talking about whatever, and I'm very boring when I say whenever I talk to adults, I become very boring, and I notice it, and it makes me I cringe at it. I'll talk about the weather, food, things people don't know what to say. That's what they talk about.
I actually have something I want to talk about.
Okay, go. Move into it.
When we went to New Orleans, me and you and some friends of ours.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys go?
Well, who knows? I stayed in a truck stop motel.
Okay.
Because it was $50 for the night, score,
Mm-hmm.
and also because it allowed dogs. And as I've mentioned several times, I'm a dog person, so I'm just like extra cool.
What's crazy
And
though, you weren't a dog person until like 4
no,
months ago.
I was. I wanted a dog forever, and Jameson was always like, I don't want to take care of it. I was like, don't fucking worry, because when we get a dog, you won't. So, like, I'll do all the work, and that's proven to be true.
But you have like 2 cats.
Yeah, I know, but 2 cats are almost 1 dog. But I don't know. Cats are different than dogs. They're for different purposes. Dogs take you outside. Cats put you in your place.
Let you know where you belong in the world.
They look at you and they're like, you're filth. And I'm like, you're not wrong, and I'll work on it. They really put the checks and balances. But yeah, so I brought my dog to this like flea bag truck stop motel. We were waiting for your bitch ass to text us, even though I don't know what you guys were doing all day. And we got food and went back to the hotel, and there was like cockroaches everywhere.
Gross.
Yep, and it was Christmas time, so we're just like eating burgers in this cockroach infested motel watching The Grinch. And I was like, this is not as fun as I thought it would be. And then as soon as we showed up, we were greeted by someone throwing a drink at Wes, or they were yelling at Wes about a drink?
Wes. Yeah. The woman was yelling at Wes about a drink because while we were in New Orleans, we went to another place, and our buddy Wes tried to get a drink from these ladies that said $1 shots. Well, after he took 4 shots, the woman said he needed to pay her like $25. And he was like, what the hell? And so they basically hustled him for $25. So we continue to walk down Bourbon Street.
Dog.
Yeah. So we continue to walk down Bourbon Street. And we run into some other people that have the same shirts on. The woman at that location, they had big titties, and she was starting to hustle some other couple. Yeah. And so she was talking to this couple, and then Wes walked up and said, hey, it's a scam. Don't listen to them. It's a scam. Don't buy from them.
Oh, he's being like a righteous person. I didn't know. I just assumed the woman was right because Wes is, while lovely, I don't know what he says when he's drunk, and people get mad at him a lot, I feel like. So I just assumed he like tried to, I don't know, to like
get
touch
fresh
a
with her.
but
no. Nah, he didn't do any of that. He literally
he was being a Robin Hood. What a good guy.
He was trying to like help out these strangers. Yeah. And then when you guys walked up, he had just stood there because he had just done it. And so I guess the lady didn't sell the drinks to those people. So she came up and like got in his face and was yelling at him. It was insane.
I was like, hey, guys, I missed you. And she's like, don't fuck with me. I was like, all right, I'm going to walk away for a few. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, that's what she was saying. Don't fuck with her. Because he like fucked up her sale. But he was just trying to be like a righteous, good person.
That's actually very good of him. Wow. Sorry, Wes. I just assumed you were being a dick. One time I was in New Orleans for Mardi Gras, which I don't recommend ever going because it's a nightmare. But we were with this guy, and he wanted to take you could do like shots out of women's bras and stuff, and he was doing that, and they were like $50 each. So $50? He was just living that. Yeah, $50 because you got to. I don't know. You had to lay down on a chair, and then they put their, boob titty alcohol, and I don't know. They basically breastfed you. It was weird, and I was like, I'm really glad that we're watching. And I just saved a bunch of money by not doing that.
That is insane. It's gross too.
It is gross too, because I don't get why you'd even want. Like, is that really a fantasy that you're breastfeeding a person? Like, you want to be breastfed as a man? That's weird. I mean, they weren't really breastfeeding, but that was kind of like a weird implication of it. That you could get breastfed this alcohol. And that's just a big city. I mean, Vegas is like that too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I thought you were gone.
No, I'm here. No, it's a weird city for those reasons. It's an interesting.
New Orleans is like. I was gonna say New Orleans is like Vegas's like southern cousin.
Is there a cousin to the south?
they get like real weird, but they're Vegas-y, but there's a lot more gators and a lot more like witches down here.
I thought Nashville was like Vegas's cousin.
Nashville is like Vegas's white cousin, where all the bachelorette people go.
The people from the Bachelorette or people that go on the Bachelorette parties?
No, all the blonde women go there for their Bachelorette party, and they're like, "This is gonna be crazy. I'm wearing a tiara." And it's like, wow, you're pretty crazy.
But I think a lot of women that were on The Bachelor also live there.
I don't watch that show.
I don't know why you don't. You know what show you do watch?
I don't know why I don't. So many. Just kidding. Only like 5. But yeah, Survivor or which one are you hinting at?
The Survivor.
Survivor's my favorite show in the entire fucking world.
Isn't it so great? You just started watching it like a year ago.
No, like 3 years ago. And I watched out of order, and I binge watched almost all of it instantly, and I really wish I hadn't, because it would have come in handy to not know what that show was and discover it during only time to watch TV, which is the quarantine.
But you would have not been super excited about season 40.
It's such a good season. I'm so in love with Michelle.
Okay.
I wish I was a lesbian.
But she's not a lesbian anyway.
I don't care. I wish I was lesbian for so many reasons. Because men are disgusting.
Wait,
sorry.
We're gonna before we get into Survivor, tell me why you wish you were a lesbian.
Women take care of themselves by showering and trying. Men are filth monsters who have flesh straws that we have to suck. I hate them. Uh-oh. It's happening.
What's happening?
I'm saying stuff I don't want to say.
Keep going.
No. Anyways, women are just better in all ways. And they're daintier, and they're cleaner, and they're nicer, and they are just better. And so it's a real shame that I was born heterosexual. And if it was a choice, which I know it's not, but if it was, I definitely would rather be gay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you would know that if you could be gay, you would be gay. Unfortunately,
well, yeah, that's why I know what people are like. I know, it sucks. I hate that I like men. Ugh. It's not that even that I like men, it's that I just don't like vaginas. They're super scary.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. I mean, like, what are you reaching into? It's like, would you close your eyes and reach down one of those drains that has you don't know what you're reaching into.
It's like a garbage disposal?
Yeah. I don't want to put my hand in there. I can't see what's in there.
And that's how a vagina is.
You never know what you're going to find. It's very scary.
Let's go back to Survivor, though.
Okay,
let's go back to Survivor. Okay.
Anyways, Michelle. I'm rooting for Michelle.
Before you go in on Michelle, I'm going to do this. We're going to go through all 20 survivors.
Oh, you God. Okay, great.
When I say their name, you tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
This is exciting. Okay, go.
Okay. Natalie Anderson.
I love her so much. That's not one word. It's never going to be one word. Beautiful, lovely, so strong. I fucking love her. She was such a goddamn badass on her season when she gave that award away. And then when she rolled those... Oh my God, she split their throat. I literally came. I was so happy.
When she did the missions, it was so great.
Oh my God, I was like
John
kissing the air. Huh? Oh yeah. John and Jacqueline. She's like, come share this bed. Also, fuck off. I was like, oh my God, she's such a. I love her so much. Oh boss. Yeah, the reason. Wait, what?
Boss. She's a boss.
I thought you said. I thought you were leading into Boston Rob.
No. I'm not at Boston Rob yet.
Okay, go. Other person next.
Amber Marianna.
I'm lukewarm. I don't really care. It's been a while. I saw her in All Stars, and I thought she only won because Boston Rob was pretty hated. But she's okay.
Okay. I felt like Boston Rob, like, low-key should have won that season, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, but they've made so sure that he won a season. They're like, 20 18-year-olds on an island plus Boston Rob. It's like, okay, of course he's going to win that season. And Phillip.
And Phillip.
Oh my God, Stealth R Us. Shut the fuck up. That's like
they almost messed it up though because they put Andrea Belke out there and they were like,
oh, I love her. That's true. They're like, we'll put one smart girl and then the rest will be like 18-year-olds and Philip. Let's see what happens. It's like, no shit. Of course he's gonna win that season.
Okay, Survivor question for you. If they did a season of all people that were the first ones out. Francesca
what's her
goes
face?
out first.
Oh my god, I would pay $1 million for her. I would take out a second mortgage for that to happen.
For her to go out first again.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so funny. I saw her second season when she was like, "I don't want to go out first," and Philip was like, "It's gonna happen." I'm like, I can't believe that. And he kept calling her Francesca or whatever.
Francesca.
Yeah, that was amazing. Honestly, this show's the only reason I'm not dead or a drug addict.
All right, let's get back to the list. What about Danny Bowright?
Too much lip filler. Next.
Okay, Ethan's on.
Also, I love Stephanie. Sorry, I don't think she should have won. Stephanie was amazing. I have a lot to say.
Danny's great, but I love Stephanie more.
No. I don't think Danny's great. I actually stopped watching that season because I was so bored by that season.
Guatemala was pretty boring.
I was like, if Stephanie doesn't win, I'll kill myself. And then I knew she didn't. And so I didn't want to kill myself, so I stopped watching.
Okay, Ethan's on.
Super sexually charged. He's actually the reason I am straight.
As much as you loved Michelle and Natalie, you then saw Ethan and was like, no,
the first season I ever watched was Africa, and I was like, who's this curly-headed fucking guy that I want inside me? And I didn't realize that this show is so old, so he's like 87 now. And I was like, oh, oops. I was like 10 years old when he was 28. And I Googled it. I'm like, oh. He's also from New Hampshire, so extra sexy points for me. And he had cancer, so he's edgy.
He had cancer twice, and he beat it both times.
He's amazing.
Like a
he's
boss.
So great. I know. He could get it, and he will get it if I meet him. And we have a celebrity sex list, which Jameson doesn't know that mine is like a long scroll. And so... And so he doesn't know that, but he signed off on it, and I will have sex with Ethan probably someday. Maybe not. Who cares? It's definitely out there if he wants it.
All right. What about Tyson Apostle?
I have a really love-hate with this guy. I don't like his face or his. Okay. I don't like his hair. I didn't like his season that he won. Wait, was he on? Was he on Token Cheese first?
So he started on Token Cheese with Fishback. Yeah, and Coach.
Fishback's my favorite motherfucking person ever. Okay. I like a lot of characters. I guess I just love the show so much.
I've met Steven before. Yeah.
Is he awesome?
Yeah. He's a pretty nice guy. He was very nice.
Honestly, he could get it too. I have a very type of guy, which is like nobody wants to have sex with him, which means it's free up for me to get to them.
So Steven Fishback, who came in second on
I thought he should have won. I don't like JT. He
probably
reminds
should
me
be
of the
JT.
South.
I agree. Yeah. JT is the South.
I know, he really is. He's like, oh, America's Alabama boy. Like, okay, you hate abortion, and I hate you.
Well, Steven Fishback and Rob Cesternino have a podcast called Survivor Know-It-Alls that airs right after Survivor on Wednesday nights.
I should probably listen to that.
Yeah, you would enjoy it.
Surprising I don't. I love him. He dated Courtney from China.
He did. But
that was just so weird.
Fishback, I went to a live taping of the podcast maybe like 2.5 years ago.
Where? In Vegas or LA?
In LA. And I flew in for one day, spent the night at my mom's house, flew out the next day. But I met Fishback there, and because they all go to a bar like afterwards after the live show. It was very nice. I bought him a drink.
This is depressing. I wanted to go there. Why did we okay, what's really disappointing about our friendship is that we're both like the biggest Survivor fans I've ever known, and we didn't really have any Survivor parties or do any Survivor themed anything.
To be fair with you, you didn't know you loved Survivor until you were about to leave.
No, that's not true. I just was secretly I'm watching a show from 2001. I didn't know you liked it. Remember when we were going to Havasu, which is a whole fucking another story. we got to Havasu. But when we were in the car there, and we were talking about the challenge, and we had just discovered, like, my deepest, darkest secret is that I watched this terrible show that I'm embarrassed to watch. And you're like, oh, I'm friends with Brandon. I was like, the guy who cracked a beer during elimination. And that's like, he's like one of my favorites. And we talked for like 20 hours. And CJ was like, can you please stop? Because I'm going to drive off the road.
Well, that's when we found out that, we were friends with you were a big fan of one of the reasons we're good friends is that we're a big fan of the same shows.
And they're all like things that I would watch like in the corner in like my laptop. And I'd like when people would like come in the room, I'd close because I'm like embarrassed to watch this stuff. I don't want to be.
Survivor's fantastic. The challenge is great.
Survivor, I'm not embarrassed because it's like smart and like they cast so well. The challenge is the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody. So we'll get into that after.
Yeah, listen, I think the challenge though has some of the best physical regular people on TV.
It used to be much better. I used to watch it out in the open. Now I've gone into hiding. But
really,
anyways, let's go.
You would think it's the other way around because now it's just like a physical competition with.
Now it's annoying. People are like, hi, I'm like Insta famous and I have big titties and I have like a receding hairline, but I hate Johnny Bananas so much.
I hate bananas too. We'll get into bananas in a minute. Okay, let's get back to the list.
Let's go back to
Let's go to the list. Boston Rob.
Okay. Weirdly love him. Don't know why though. I don't know why. Okay. He lives in Pensacola, which is 2 hours from me. And every time I go to Pensacola, I'm like, Tiger King arrested here. That's crazy. And also, too, Boston Rob. Where you at, bro?
So Ethan lives in New Hampshire right now?
Yeah. I just found that out because I'm friends. I almost said friends with him on Instagram, which is the most odd way to put it. That's not what we are. I follow him. He does not follow me. Now I found out that he's from New Hampshire.
Okay. I thought he was like in New Hampshire from like when he was born. But this list that I'm looking at has both Amber and Rob from Pensacola, so I know this must be updated.
It's pretty crazy to think that like I'll hopefully be at the beach in Florida this summer, and if I just saw Boston Rob from afar, you'd be like, oh, dad bod, normal guy. But like I'm like panicking on the inside, like I want to meet that random fucking just person. I'm gonna play cool, but yeah, he lives close to me, so
I'm sure Rob will be a nice guy if you like said hi to him.
I know, but I don't want to be. In Vegas, I saw 0 famous people up close. I saw Mike Tyson from afar one time. And I was like, what am I doing here? Everyone was like, I've seen 100 bajillion celebrities. I'm like, I have not seen
anybody. I've met Mike a couple times. Obviously, I'm friends with Brandon. Mike Tyson.
Oh my God, are you really going to say Mike on a first name basis?
Mike, me and Mike. So funny.
He doesn't like to be called Mike. He likes to be called Mikey because it's very cash like that.
When I first met him, I didn't know what to call him because I was like, this dude could legitimately knock me out.
Mr. Tyson.
So I was like, should I call him Mr. Tyson? Should I call him Mike?
Lecter.
I settled on Champ. I just called him Champ.
Oh my God, that's super awkward.
I think it's less awkward because he was a champion for a very long time. He has knockout power, and that respects his. I feel like that respected his abilities. Wait,
he's the one who bit the ear, not right?
Yeah.
That's just a power move. I have some weird uncle who got in a fight in a parking lot and said he bit the scalp of his opponent off, and I don't believe him. But just for the fact that he said that is like, you're insane. Did you just vomit?
He claims he scalped him.
He said he bit his head and ripped his scalp off between his teeth. And I was like, you're on a lot of coke, Uncle. What's his face? Uncle Eric. Yeah. So I just said, okay. And I'm like, I'm 9. Should he be telling me? Should he be telling me this story? He's like bragging to a bunch of like 8, 9-year-olds who are just trying to play with their easy bake oven. And that's just a little insight into my Thanksgivings as a child. But anyway, let's continue on with the list. Okay. I'm very excited about it. We're like 5 of the way in out of the 20 list.
Okay, I got a new one for you. Parverty.
I didn't like her in her season of Cook Islands because I was like, I don't know. I just loved Yule so much, and I loved that when the other tribe that was like winning so much, even though everyone was like they're awkward and weird. Also, what a theme for a season, am I right?
Racist Survivors, the best season of Survivor.
Race Wars. But
Survivor
I've
Race
grown
Wars.
to really, yeah, and you know who won? The Asians. Surprise. Oh, is that bad to say? I'm just joking. I feel like a terrible person. Anyways, I like her now. I liked her. Micronesia was one of my favorite seasons for pure comedy. With the Aussie and the stick thing, that's one of the funniest things. It's a fucking stick.
Yeah, Liza was great.
That's honestly probably one of my favorite moments in Survivor history. But yeah, and Eric will never live down giving up that immunity.
Well,
necklace.
they keep showing it all the time.
I know. He probably has a noose ready, and they're like, He's like, show it one more time, probes. It's sad. I liked him. But anyway,
I like him too.
Next.
Okay, Sandra.
Love her. So fucking funny.
Queen stays queen.
Yeah. Oh, the queen. That was a little bit much, but I was like, I still like her. And Island of the Idols might have been the least great season ever, and I hated
for a lot
winner.
of reasons.
Oh, I can't stand that. I hate the winner. I hate him.
Tommy sucks. I thought Lauren should have won.
God. I did too. And also, imagine being an adult named Tommy. Gross. That's a Rugrats character. But yeah, I love Sandra. She's really fun. I never actually watched her. I tried to watch her original season like a few months ago, but I was like, I couldn't. Well, I already knew she won. That was hard for me. I don't hate Rupert. I don't know how I feel about Rupert. I guess if the apocalypse goes down, he's good for like. He's gonna fight, and also, if worst case scenario, he could be eaten, and that'd be a lot to go over. But
you have him fish first till there's no more fish, and then you're like, "Well, it's time to eat Rupert."
You don't play that game all the time. I always survey my surroundings. I'm like, who would I eat first? And it's more than just like body mass. It's like, is this meat good? I think he has a good mix of good meat and a lot of meat. Yeah, I think he'd make a good. I think he could make a good flank steak. But anyway,
you couldn't get into Pearl Islands.
The reason is because the earlier seasons, now that I'm like accustomed to the new like dope editing style and the new playing, like where everyone's like cutthroat as fuck, I can't get into the old school. They're like loyalty to the end, and then they do. I'm like, what? No twist.
See, yeah, no, I couldn't. I still have not I've still not watched Borneo. I've still not watched Borneo, the first season. I still haven't watched that one.
I've never watched that. Richard, whatever. I don't care.
Richard Hatch. And then I still haven't seen Marquesas or
I haven't either.
Thailand, because it's just so early and it's before.
What's Thailand? Which one is that? I know by numbers.
I think Thailand is, I want to say 5. Or Vanuatu's 5. I haven't seen that one. Then Thailand is 6.
Vanuatu's 9, isn't it? Vanuatu's 9? No. Yeah, the one with all the women and then the man still won, which is like, what? The scouting. I watched that and I was like, what? They made everyone hate feminism. They're like, women are powerful. Also, my name's Twyla, and watch me eat this grasshopper. And I was like, you're not the face of feminism. Please. And then a man with a ponytail won that season. That's even more insulting.
Chris Daughtery?
Oh my god, I hate that guy. Isn't there like an American Idol guy named Chris Daughtery?
Yeah. Very close. It was Daughtery and then Daughtery.
It's all sorts of fucked up. I watched that season and I just like had a candlelight vigil for like feminism after that season.
Well, season 5 is Thailand. Season 4 is Marquesas.
Who's on that season?
Well, on Thailand?
Yeah.
Thailand, you have some people like did you watch All Stars?
Yeah, I did.
So you have on that season, you have Sheehan.
That sounds familiar.
She was the Asian chick on All Stars.
I know that.
She's the only one that's been on from that season. She's the only one that's been on another season. No one else from Thailand has been on again.
Wait, can we talk about the worst season in Survivor history, which is season 20 with Jed or whatever?
Wait. No, you mean 21. You mean 21 Nicaragua.
Wait, what's 20? What's 20 then?
Heroes versus Villains.
Oh, never mind. That's a great season. You're right. It is 21. It's with all those fucking people. I hate that kid who won. I didn't even watch the season because I was like, wait, I hate everybody on this season.
Yeah, okay, so I've watched like the first 2 episodes of Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. I'll probably watch it during quarantine.
No, it's not worth it. Don't do that to yourself.
I mean, it has Jimmy Johnson on it. It has Brenda Lowe.
Oh, Fabio, yeah, Brenda's really cute.
Chase Rice is on that season.
I don't know who that is.
He's a country star.
I don't care. I don't care.
He's a country music star now.
Wait, have you ever seen the movie Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell?
No, but go on. Oh yes, I have. I lie.
It's a great movie.
Yes.
Emma Stone.
It has Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling.
Ryan, whatever. Yeah, everyone who loves Ryan Gosling. It's like, I get it. He's not that hot, but I get it. And so the girl who plays the like teenager in it, she's on America's Next Top Model.
Really?
And and that show is garbage. And I rewatched it in nostalgia, and it is trash, and it's so mean and so bad. Like, Tyra Banks is like, hey, if you want to be a model, you should be less of a fat bitch. And I'm like, no way, you're saying these things to women. I mean, they don't say it like that, but it's like the general tone is like, hey, fatty, like, don't be fat. And it's like, what are you saying? And they're like skinny as fuck too, and it's very. I watch it and I'm like, what did I watch as a teenager that I took as like a rule on how to be a lady?
I have never ever watched Top Model.
So I got roped in as a child, and I thought it was like, I thought it was kind of funny because it's like, it was berating girls. I knew that, and like as a 17-year-old girl, I was like, that's funny. But now as an adult, I'm just horrified. And they call women ghetto and stuff, and it's like really bad. It's just really bad.
I would not recommend going back and watching America's Next Top Model.
No, I stopped watching it because one of the judges is a dude who's like, she's just not attractive to me. I'm just not turned on by her. And I'm like, wait, you're gonna say that?
What?
He's like, she can't be a model because I'm not horny right now. What? These girls are also like 18 years old, so it's so weird that a 50-year-old's like, my boner doesn't work for you. Get out. It's bad. Okay, next on the list. Okay,
Yoquan.
Oh, I love him so fucking much. He's the reason why you can't play an idol before the vote.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. They got idol.
He was like, yeah, that was amazing when he's like, I have the idol, don't vote for me. They're like, damn it. And then producers were like, damn it, we can't have it, obviously.
Well, it's funny because he had the God Idol, but so did Terry Dietz, but Terry didn't play it nearly as devastatingly as Yul did.
I don't remember him.
Terry was on the season before, season 12, where Ours wins. Survivor Exile Island.
Suri, right?
Yeah, Suri, yeah.
I love her. She's so good.
Suri's so good. But Terry had the thing too, and he was like trying to use it to leverage with people.
Yeah. He was
and it didn't really work.
Chance.
Yeah.
Game Changers.
Second chance.
Yeah,
but
that's a great season.
But the funniest thing though is that with Yul, he was like, "Yeah, so I have this idol, and I'm just gonna use it and write your name down. So
yeah,
you could vote with me."
He's basically like mob gangster in that, and I loved him, and I loved him so much, and it was a real heartbreak. I mean, this season's been heartbreak after heartbreak for me anyway. When Natalie was first, and that really killed me because I was like, "Yay, she's my ideal woman. Like, I want to be her." And they're like, "We hate you. Get out." And I was like, "Great, cool." And then
they weren't like, "We hate you." They said she's attached to Jeremy, but we gotta keep the guy. So,
but I know, I was like, "Get rid of Jeremy. I love him, but why do we have to get rid of Natalie? She's such a badass." Oh, she makes me. I forgot that I loved her this much. I'm actually getting tingly when I talk about her. I love her so much. She's such a badass.
She's great. She is great.
Yeah, she's definitely my favorite female winner for like strategy.
Really?
Oh, but Sarah.
What about Kim?
No, Kim was good, but I liked Chelsea more that season. I don't know
Oh, I'm
why.
a huge Chelsea Meisner fan. Oh my
Yeah, what
god,
is it about her? She's just so cute. Oh,
she's
they're
so
getting us
she
women.
was
They're
she
using their looks against us.
Chelsea was not a great player. Listen, I have watched
She
she's
wasn't a bad player.
on a show called Southern Charmed.
Yeah, I know, with Cameron Eubanks from The Real World and The Challenge.
Listen,
Bro, I know
I
that.
have watched more than one episode of Southern Charmed only
I haven't.
because Chelsea's on it. That's the only reason.
I follow her on Instagram and I know of it, but I won't watch it because I can't imagine it being interesting. They're like,
It
hey,
wasn't.
it's like The Hills is like, hey, watch us be like rich white girls at a cafe. I'm like, ew,
Yeah.
I could just do. I don't need that. It sounds so boring. It sounds like you're just gonna talk shit about one girl or a boy. I'll just fill in the blanks. I don't need it.
It's not good. It's not good. I didn't
No,
enjoy
I
it, but I
can't.
enjoyed watching
No.
Chelsea on my TV screen again.
Okay, here's the thing about her. It's like everyone every season like has their like right hand man that they bring up with them. They were really mean about her. I don't know why, because it's like, of course, I think she should have come in second because the other girl, Sabrina. I don't really remember her very much, to be honest, and I don't think she came in second because of like one vote. I think Kim was cool. I'm glad a girl won. I'm so sick of men winning. It's been like a very dry spell for girls winning, and that's pissing me off. So if a girl doesn't win this season 40, I'll kill myself. I threaten that a lot, but one of these days it's gonna be real.
All right, let's get back to the list. Wendell Holland. How do you feel about Wendell?
Oh, I'm very disappointed. I loved him so much his first season, and now he's such a dick.
Is he though? Is it just, I think it's just edit. I think it's just edit. Obviously, Michelle was still voting with him. Obviously, Michelle was still working with him. So if he was really a dick, then Michelle wouldn't have worked with him.
Excuse me? I read an article the other day. It's called, like, what do the winners at war think? Like, who do they think should have won? Or, like, who's the best player that never won in Survivor
the best
history?
player. Everybody says Suri.
Oh, because that's just true.
Yeah,
but,
and then two people said Fishback. One person said Sister Nina.
So you read that. So you read Wendell's, where he was
Wendell
like,
said Dom.
Oh, Dom, because Dom was awesome too. He's like, but too bad Dom was on a season with me. It's like, no, you won because fucking Lauren was a tiebreaker, or Laurel, or whatever.
Laurel was a tiebreaker, but he had a better relationship with Laurel than Dom did.
Okay,
that was a tiebreaker.
I don't think that he should be like celebrating as if he was like the goddamn winner of everything. He was so close; it could have been either way. So he won because of one person. So he acts like he's king. He acts like he's king shit. He is really hot though, and I'll always reduce people to their looks.
He's super nice
he looks
too.
Like Childish Gambino. I don't know. I loved him his first season. He's like, I make furniture and I'm in shape, and I was like, okay, I love you. This season he's like, I don't know, Michelle. I don't know. We had sex one time. Why don't you lick my dick and give me your coins?
I think they had sex more than one time. I think they dated for a little while.
I don't care. I love her so much. I don't like him as much this season. That's just I'm entitled to
that's fine. I'm asking you. Okay, Adam Kline. How do you feel about Adam?
I liked him the first season. No apologies. I liked him the first season. He reminds me of the guy from You. Remember the stalker murderer? He looks like that guy, but like a Steve Buscemi remix of that guy. And I like him. I thought he's a little bit. He's like that kid who's like, I don't know why I'm sitting with the cool kids, but I am. And you're like, yeah, I don't know why either, but I like watching it. And then this episode, that literally killed me. That was the funniest thing ever, with the idol and the podium.
Yeah, we went for it, and it wasn't an idol at all.
Have you seen all the memes that were like, if Jeff Probst like saw Boston Rob try to do it, they'd be like, yeah, that is an idol.
Yeah.
It's true though. I mean, if that was an idol, everyone would have actually pooped their pants. I would have pooped my pants. Willingly.
I figured it wasn't going to be an idol only because they've made Adam look like an idiot all season.
It was so fun. Well, his first season that he played, he was really emotional, and I liked that because he's like, my mom is sick, and I was like, oh, I like you so much because you're playing for your mom, and that I'm a bitch, but I'm not a heartless bitch, so I liked that. And then they came back, and he's like, I love everyone. I'm a super fan. And everyone's like, we hate super fans. Go back to, like, being Cochrane's friend or whatever. and then he, like, I don't know. I just liked him. And then Ben's a piece of shit.
Okay.
Like, I hate
Ben Driebergen.
Yeah,
Tell me about Ben Driebergen.
I hate him. I just don't like him. I want to like him because I liked... Okay, but I hate that season. Okay. I thought Chrissy should have won.
Yeah,
That's just she was strategically better.
I felt like 100%. Devin should have been in the end. It should have been Chrissy, Devin, and...
I don't like Devin. He looks like Aladdin. Not that that's a big thing. Like, he looks like a cartoon person. It's like, you can look like Aladdin, that's fine, but you look like you were hand-drawn, and that's weird to me. He looks like a pirate. But like a cartoon pirate. I sound mean. I don't like him. He was just like, everything's chill, bro. And I was like, is it though? I don't believe you. You're lying. Oh, wait, is that the season with Dean?
No, Dean was last season.
Was he on? Oh, he looks like Tony from the challenge, but that's... Anyway.
Yeah, Dean does look like Tony from the challenge, but like a shorter version.
Yeah. A more manageable version. Like a more... Like, you'd meet him in a bar, and you're like, he's too hot for me here, but at least he's not
a less impregnating his cast members hot.
He definitely has some potent semen. But, yeah, I don't like Ben because he, one, does not understand social game at all.
I feel like he's playing a great social game right now.
No, he isn't! He's like, hey, Adam, we're allies, but also... I hate you, Adam, and also, if you don't tell me what I want, then I'm gonna act like a child about it.
But he's like, he told Jeremy, hey man, us threats need to stick together.
Oh my god, why is he a threat? He was ostracized forever. They literally made the fire challenge for him.
They didn't make it for him.
Yes, they did. Because his story arc was really good. And like, I'm totally supportive that he was like a PTSD vet. That part really got me. I like that. That made me feel for him, but he was such a dick that I was like, I don't like you though. I like your story and I want to like you, but I don't like you. And then they're like, I don't know, final fire challenge for you, I guess. And then all of a sudden he was like in, because he was gonna go home. Mm-hmm. That was just true. Hot takes. You heard it here. I have to pee, and you're all gonna hear it. Anyway, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. Oh shit.
What about? Let's go with Sophie.
Hated her when I first saw her because that season was trash and Coach is weird as shit. But I actually like her this season.
Okay. She's playing a good game.
That's all I have to say. I don't care about that season, and I don't know a lot to say, but yeah, she's doing pretty good. Like her glasses. She has a mustache, but I like that she doesn't care. And I think she's okay. I don't hate her. I'm okay with it. I'm all right. I'm in the middle.
Okay. What about Tony?
Spy Shack kills me every goddamn time. That's the funniest thing. When they were like, oh my god, Tony's Spy Shack, and he was like on the ground and they saw it, I laughed for 4 days straight.
Sandra's like, we can't talk over here because he had a Spy Shack over here before, so let's just walk away.
Oh my god! I literally laughed for probably the entire episode out loud. I never laugh out loud, ever, but when they were like, we can't talk near the water well, that's where Tony's Spy Shack is, and then they cut to his Spy Shack in the ground. I actually, laughed for 4 days. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I actually really like him, but I don't want him to win, so please don't let him win.
Okay, what about Nick?
I loved his season. I did not like that guy who wrote School of Rock was
Mike
casually
White.
Just thrown in there. What the hell was that?
Mike White, okay.
I mean, I liked him, but I was like, what are you doing here, dog? You're already rich. Get out of here. And then Angelina was really fucking funny that season because she obviously gave up immunity for Rice, so never forget. And
she'll never let you forget that she did that.
Oh my god! If I've never gone to her Twitter page, but I can imagine that every single day she tweets about it.
Christian and Gabby were great.
Oh, Christian,
Baby was
I
great.
love. Actually, that's just the greatest newest season because I loved Allison, I loved Kara, I loved Christian, I loved I loved everybody on that
Everybody.
season.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
yeah, that was such good casting.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the finale, so I didn't know that he won. I had to like look it up, and I thought, okay, I like him. I like him more this season because he's Michelle's number one ally. So that's it.
Okay, so tell me about Denise.
I liked her. I like her. Strong, got a cool buzz cut with some hair on top. I like her. She's like a
Yeah.
badass old lady.
Super
And she
badass
made
old
that.
lady.
What I don't know, what I'm confused about is that she did this season is when she was like, "Hey, look what I did to Sandra," and I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if you should be bragging about that because
But how
everyone
could
thinks
she?
you're like."
There's no way she could not say that though. Think about because I was thinking. I heard people saying that too. But listen to me. Let me tell you this. She
Okay,
goes
you
into
got it
that.
all worked out.
No. She goes into this thing with everybody there. Jeremy was there. Kim was there. Tony was there. You can't pretend like nothing happened.
That's true. That's
like,
true.
it's not like there's too many witnesses. If it was just her, Jeremy.
I think. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, fine. I am often.
Other people said the same thing. They're like, I don't like how she. I've heard on podcasts and. No, not you, but I've heard on podcasts and people are like, "Oh, I don't like that she was like bragging about it." I'm like, I don't think she was. I think she like just told what happened.
I don't think she was bragging about it either. I don't think she was bragging.
And she couldn't lie.
I forgot about the witnesses. That's true. It's not like you can go in there and be like, I don't know what happened. Yeah, too many. You're right. You're correct. If she was like, I was kind of blackout that episode. That would have been weird of her to say.
Totally like, what are you talking about? You took her idol and you.
That's true, but okay, but people didn't know about that conversation. So no, I'm not saying she bragged. I'm saying that it was like a risky move, being like, "Look at me, big dick on campus." And I was like, "You do have a big dick, and we are very scared of it." But I don't know. I like her. I mean, that season was also weird as shit because when I was a child, so Denise's season had Girl from Facts of Life on it.
Yeah, Lisa.
And I watched that show when I was very young. Because my parents' idea of parenting was putting me in front of the TV, as now the new generation's idea of parenting is. So I was like ahead of the curve, very hipster about it. And I watched Nick at Night all night while my mom went to her job. And I would watch The Facts of Life all the time. And so when I saw that lady, I was like, Blair, I don't remember anything about you. I like Joe better. I like Joe and Natalie way better than Blair, bitch. But anyways, what?
I'm a big fan of Denise because I'm a big Malcolm Freeberg guy, and the fact that Denise and Malcolm are still friends to this day is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. But Malcolm's one of those people that's just like never gonna win, just like Joe. Even though when the edge of extinction, they're like, Joe, we're gonna fucking try our best, dude. And they're like, never mind, random ass Chris wins. I was in Hawaii when I learned that he won, and it ruined my vacation. I was getting married in Hawaii, and I still took time to like throw like crumpled up flowers and threw them in the Hawaiian Ocean for that season.
Because you're so mad about Chris winning.
I was so pissed.
Did you want Devon's or what?
I love Lauren, and I love Devon's, and I love Victoria.
Kelly.
Oh, and even Gavin.
I hope Victoria plays again because Victoria is one of my favorite, most recent players.
Yeah, why do they hate redheads so much on the show? It's so rude.
Everyone hates redheads.
That's not true. Also, not a redhead anymore. R.I.P. I have blonde hair. It's just I've been hiding it for 7 years. I'm sorry, guys. I've had blonde hair for a long time, and everyone who was like, haha, is your like pubes red too? I would just say yes, because that's a weird thing to say. You would not be, you hopefully would be surprised how many people at kickball would be like, it's like the carpet matched the drapes. And I was like, the carpet does. And there's a lot of carpet. And there's like a fucking weird thing to ask me. So, yeah, anyway.
All right, back to the list. What about Jeremy Collins?
Super like him. I like him. He's so likable. How can you not like him?
How could you
Also,
not like Jeremy?
that body dough. I want to pour syrup on it and then just watch it glisten. I don't want to
not
lick it.
Up.
I don't want to lick it because
He has
that's
a nice
too
wife.
much
He has 4
contact.
kids.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a home wrecker.
Val's nice. They have 4 kids.
Oh yeah, blood versus water. Yeah, he got a super dope. He looks like a Grecian god, but also better than that because he's not a statue.
All right, so that's like, Jeremy.
Yeah, I don't want to reduce him. God forbid women reduce men to their looks, but he's also very nice. I loved him when he was partnered with Natalie, and then Natalie was like, "I'll win it for you, Nadia and Jeremy," and then she fucking did. Also, back to Natalie is the best. Okay, next.
Natalie said, "I'm going to get revenge for my brother," and then set out on a quest.
Then fucking did. When she was like, "Hey Baylor," would she say, "Hey Jacqueline, did you vote who I told you to vote for?"
That was such a boss move. Such a boss move. Hey,
I hated that girl.
Did you write down the name I told you to write for? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna use this on Jacqueline. She's like, what?
Amazing. When Baylor got eliminated, I was like, yeah, you and your fucking busted ass mom. They're not winning. This is really good times. This is like how sad my life has become, is that I like measure my good times in Survivor moments. I don't have a social life to speak of anymore, but I'm like, yeah, on September 2018, when I watched that one dope episode of Survivor and I felt really good for like a half second, that was a great moment in my life. Okay, next. 2 hours later.
It's Sarah Lacina.
Wait, say it again.
Sarah Lacina.
I loved her so much in Game Changers.
Okay.
Like, that was the best season probably I've ever watched. When everyone when Suri got eliminated because everyone had an advantage, that was amazing. I love her. I loved her, but she also tried to use Sarah's advantage against her.
Of course, that's a smart move.
I know, but I was like, ooh, it's gonna backfire, and it did.
There's no way you knew that shit was non-transferable.
It said in the clue.
I didn't read the shit. Did you read the shit?
Yo, it said in the clue. It's like, yo, this, you can give it to someone to hold, but it's literally yours. And so when she tried to use it, I was like, wait, read the fine print. No. That was amazing. And then,
wait, that season, when the fuck did Troyzan become a lawyer? When he like put on these glasses and was like, Suri, read the fine print right here. It says here, cannot be transferred.
I forgot about him. Apparently he's an editor now.
Oh. A Survivor?
Everyone. Okay, so I'm like a big Reddit head now. Like, really fun fact about me. Love Reddit because I can like indulge in my secret lifestyles without anyone knowing about it. And so I go on to Survivor subreddit, and everyone's, because he was on Kim's season, right? He's on One World or whatever. I forgot he was there. I fucking forgot about.
How did you forget? It was Troyzan's Island.
I don't care about the mana. That was like what Vanuatu wanted to be. Yeah. And so so much better than Vanuatu. We don't even talk about that fucking season. But Troyzan hated Kim because he like lost to her, and my ego. I hate women now. So everyone's like on the subreddit speculating that the reason that Kim's getting like a very boring edit is because Troyzan's on the other side. Like, I'm not gonna let her. Yeah. So that's, I mean, obviously I have no proof, but that's just like the subreddit talk is about that. Is it only 8:30?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 6:30 for you?
Yeah. But we're gonna actually get off after this last thing I'm gonna ask you.
No,
I'm gonna let you go for as long as you need. I'm gonna let you go as long as you need.
Early.
I have one more name on this list.
Go.
Michelle Fitzgerald. Take as much time as you want.
Oh, does anyone have like 2 or 4 to 9 hours to spare? Okay, I'll start with that. I'm so pissed that people thought her win wasn't legitimate. I love Aubrey so much. So don't even think that I'm not an Aubrey person.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her. The reason that Michelle deserved the win is because she got rid of Neil in that tribal. If she didn't, Aubrey would have won. And she knew it, and she did it, and she made the move. And she also, like, people always play down the social game pretty hard. But she did a really good social game. She's so good at. She's like, hi, I'm like good friends with everybody, and I'm cute and I'm nice, and everyone's like, not a threat, but like low key, super threat, and I just love her so much. And she also looks like my friend, so I like her more.
Okay. I personally am a big Michelle fan.
Good.
I became a bigger Michelle fan when I found out she dated Wendell. I was like, okay, I could see that.
I could see it too, but.
Because I think Wendell is one of my favorite recent winners. I think he's just so cool. I think Wendell Holland is
cool too, but I
cool.
don't like him anymore. I don't want to. He's so beautiful.
I don't care about your edit. Keep your edit. I don't care about your edit.
I like Dominic too. That was one of the better seasons in recent history, though.
Yeah, Go Silent was great.
Because I liked both I don't know. I guess the final tribal, I was like, clearly it's between Dom and Wendell. And I liked both of them so much that I didn't care who won. And that never happens. Usually I'm like, if this person doesn't win, I'm going to set a fire to the nearest government building. What? Jameson's yelling at me. He said, stop drinking or something. And to which I say, I have to drink more now. What are you playing? He's playing some game where he's like graphic artist on a t-shirt. Are you fucking 12? What are you doing? He also has 4 empty beer cans. So he's been playing a game where he graphic artist like makes a t-shirt because he's a 12-year-old. Bye! Jesus Christ. Anyways, okay. And Michelle is the best person ever. I love her so much. I think I want her to win most of everybody because, one, she has the most to prove, I think, which is unfortunate but true. And also because they talk a lot of shit about the hyenas, quote unquote, but they're the ones that are really, those are the people that win the game.
Yes. That's why they want to get rid of them, because they're afraid of them.
I know, but like everyone's like, I'm a huge target. Like, maybe. Ben? No. Step back a little bit.
Ben's doing a great job of being like, hey, look at me. I'm also a target too, guys.
Don't forget about me. Like, oh my god, we talked about the Nick edit from last episode.
Yeah.
Oh, have fun. I'll see you later. I'll be back. Jameson's trying to say he's actually talking to human beings and not playing alone on a video game. I don't believe him.
But you were saying Nick's edit?
Nick's edit, when he was like coming into conversations, that was really funny too.
Yeah.
That was so hilarious. Funny.
They're like, he's creeping in. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor's so good.
That's the best show ever. We talked about it for 1 hour.
Survivor's so good. Okay. So I need to go, but
no.
Next week we're going to talk about the challenge. We're going to talk Survivor. And next week's episode, we'll also talk your feelings on the challenge as a whole, because the challenge is one of your favorite shows. It's one of my favorite shows.
No. Don't say that. It's not one of my favorite shows. It's one of the shows that I tolerate.
It's not one of your favorite shows?
Out of habit. No, I don't like it anymore. Every week I roll my eyes and I hate my life. When I watch it, I'm like, I hate you guys.
We're gonna go into detail next week, but Shauna, this has been great. Are you drunk? How drunk are you?
I don't know. Drunk enough to be like, what is the void of when I hang up and I have to just like be thrust into real life again? That sucks.
So pretty drunk. Sounds good. This has been fun.
This has been a fun simulation of like what friendship was. Remember that? Remember when you could talk to people? If I could like go be drunk outside of my home, that'd be dope. But like I'm stuck in my 4 walls with my 170 pets and my husband who's making t-shirts online for fun. My life is miserable.
But Shauna, do you have anything that you have anything you wanna plug?
I want to plug not having sex without a condom because I tried it the other day, and although it feels really good, it's a really bad idea. Midway through, I was like, "Wait, pregnancy? Question mark?" And my husband was like, "I'm okay with that," and I said, "But it is my body that would be destroyed, so I'm not okay with it anymore." And then we stopped, and then I got my period, and we're good to go. But don't have sex without a condom and/or birth control.
For other things like this, go to shaunacook.com.
No, because that's actually a more personal website. It's not like as funny all the time because I'm a human being who has emotions, and it's very uncomfortable for me.
But that's where your blog is, right?
I guess.
So shaunacook.com, SHAUNACOOK.com, shaunacook.com.
Okay,
What's your
what are you
Instagram?
plugging? No.
What's your
My
Instagram?
Instagram's, oh my god, I don't know. It's like Shay_Chuck. Not gonna differentiate if there's a C or not in the end of Chuck. Fuck you.
You could follow her at shaunacook.com. You could also go to her, follow her on Instagram.
Look at Kevin.
At
He's doing damage control.
shaunacook.com.
You'd be a great publicist.
You can follow me at KG Fury.
Ooh. Also, if you want his Cox login, it's kgfury.
I'm a boring follow. Don't follow me. I'm not really.
I meant if you
follow
want
Shauna at shaunacook.com. All right,
not
that is all. It's been fun. Shauna, I'll talk to you next week.
He'll never talk to me unless we're recorded. So this is our friendship. This is
a friendship
liar.
on wax. Friendship on wax. You tell Jameson I said hey. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Okay.